Sadhguru Jagi Vasudev is a realized master, mystic, and yogi. He has shown the way for people to attain to their natural joy and to live life with experience from one's own inner nature. His presence is filled with grace and compassion. Sadhguru's scientific approach towards spirituality and work towards the upliftment of humanity have received accolades worldwide. The words that come from him in intensity and utmost clarity, from his deep understanding and wisdom, can change the very core of the being. Belonging to no particular tradition, Sadhguru incorporates what is most valid for the modern person from the spiritual sciences. His work, an outpouring of his blissfulness, finds expression in the form of a ceaseless offering to help all beings. Available to all who are willing, Sadhguru's life is an invitation to the divine through individual transformation. Welcome to the silent revolution of self-realization.
Good evening, everybody. It's really amazing. After 8 centuries in today's society, Rumi is once again popular. It's really amused me and amazed me because Rumi is such an extremist. He's our tribe. Totally extremist. You cannot be a lover unless you're an extremist. A lover who is not an extremist is not at all a lover. If one wants to know love in its utmost intensity, one has to be an extremist. A moderate person cannot be a lover. A lukewarm person cannot be a lover. Only somebody who is boiling with passion, beyond all reason, only he can be a true lover. So especially I see in the United States, everybody is talking about Rumi for whatever reasons. It really amuses me and amazes me that in today's world, people are really talking about Rumi. And everything is about give and take and transaction, who is getting the best out of it. Talking about Rumi it's very beautiful that it's beginning to happen, such a thing. Because Rumi means no giving and taking, just throwing yourself into it and burning up with that passion. This is not unique to Rumi. Anybody who's been a lover, whose love carried them beyond certain limitations, have always been like this. Otherwise, a lukewarm love is an insipid love. It's only a transaction for fulfilling each other's needs and desires, a game that is played. If one wants to use their emotion to reach their ultimate nature, it has to be an extremist kind of emotion. An ordinary emotion will not take people there. It's nice that in New Delhi there is a Rumi club. When I heard about it, I really liked the idea. Because thinking people who have agendas for their life cannot do Rumi. But it's nice that people are thinking about Rumi, at least considering and probably reading his poetry and exchanging, being touched by it in some way. Because an emotion like that is like fire which burns up. It is not going to deliver any benefits, it's just going to burn us up. but it is in burning up the limited that the possibility of the ultimate enters into our lives.
Sadhguru, can you define love for us?
Defining love? Defining love. Let's look at the various forms of expression that love is finding, first of all. For most people in the world, love is just a mutual benefit scheme. Okay. People have different kinds of needs, physical, psychological, emotional, social, financial, so various types of needs. To fulfill these needs, I love you is always a good mantra. Without that mantra, many doors will not open for you. So that's one level of thing. But fundamentally, what is this that we're calling as love? Somewhere, the way the human being is right now, no matter where he is in his life, no matter what he's achieved, somewhere there is a sense of insufficiency. It's not enough the way he is. The way he is right now is not enough. He wants to include something else as a part of himself, to make himself more complete. So love is a huge longing to include the other as a part of yourself. If this longing to include the other as a part of oneself, when it finds an emotional expression, we are calling this love. If this longing to include the other as a part of yourself finds a basic physical expression, we call this sex. If this finds a mental expression, it gets labeled as greed, ambition, whatever. All these are just efforts to include something else as a part of yourself, isn't it? That which is not you right now, you want it to become you. This is the longing of love. So, it is just an emotional expression of the same longing which a human being is constantly longing for, to include something else as a part of himself. This starts from gathering simple things around him to seeking spirituality or God, the same longing to include something else as a part of himself. The fundamental longing to have a larger slice of life than what you have right now. That is a longing, isn't it? Somehow the way it is not enough. You want to experience life little more than the way it is right now. So this longing to include the other as a part of yourself is love. Emotionally, how much ever you make this effort, you get close to that. You're almost there many moments, but next moment it falls down. It doesn't matter how intensely you approach it. You will see you're almost there and it falls apart. You're almost there, it falls apart. So, it gives you a taste of oneness, but never establishes you there. So, love is just a vehicle for oneness. What you're longing for is that oneness. Emotion or love is just one more vehicle to get there. But it is a vehicle which takes you close to the other bank and turns you around, close to the other bank and turns you around, never lands you there. So, when you get sufficiently mauled by the process of love, you will be ready for grace. What is called as grace? Anything that I say will be misunderstood. Because what is not logical and physical cannot be put into language.